lights of Yankee Stadium pierce the night like celestial beams. The crowd falls into a breathless hush. Not silence, but that sacred pause before history writes a new line. The pitcher coils, the swing comes. The ball rockets into the sky, vanishing into the velvet dark above New York. But this isn't just a home run. It's a resurrection. It's survival wrapped in leather and seams. Because that man rounding the bases, he's not just an athlete. He's a survivor. A man who battled demons, lost everything, and somehow, against all odds, came back.
He was supposed to be the next superstar of Major League Baseball, a once-in-a-generation talent, a future legend. But before he ever reached the top, he lost everything. This is the story of Josh Hamilton, and one of the most powerful comebacks in sports history. From the beginning, Josh Hamilton was different. The #1 overall pick in the MLB draft, scouts called him a can't-miss prospect. He had power, speed, and he was very talented. He had it all. The future was clear. Superstar, MVP face of baseball. But behind the scenes, things were already changing.
Josh Hamilton and what could have been. Back in '99, the overall #1 pick of the Tampa Bay, then Devil Rays, he ran into some troubles, drugs, alcohol, never played a big league game until 2007, never made it with the Devil Rays. The Cubs got him in a Rule 5 draft. They traded him to the Reds, then on to the Rangers. He's been a regular season MVP. He's been to 2 World Series. How good could Hamilton have been if it wasn't for the substance abuse issues that you could say cost him 6 or 7 full big league seasons?
Take away the drugs, take away the alcohol. I think Josh Hamilton could have been the greatest player ever.
Wow.
Let me tell you, cry me a river. I mean, give me a break, okay? Listen, since you want to take out if he hadn't done drugs and all of this other stuff, well, you know something? I mean, how you going to just take that out of the equation? Excuse me, if Barry Bonds, if his body, what was Barry Bonds doing? Everybody made a big deal about the home runs that he started smacking, the 73 in one season, the 762 career home runs, total all-time king home run leader, even though some people will be offended by that because they want it to be Hank Aaron. The fact of the matter is, I've seen nothing, no piece of evidence whatsoever.
After an injury early in his career, Hamilton was introduced to something that will alter his life forever: substance use. What started small quickly spiraled out of control. Drugs, alcohol, missed seasons, suspensions. The game he loved was slipping away. At his lowest point, Josh Hamilton wasn't a baseball player anymore. He was battling addiction every single day. His career, gone. His future, uncertain. There were moments where it looked like he might never come back. From the #1 pick to rock bottom. But then something changed. With support, recovery, and determination, Josh Hamilton began to rebuild his life. And against all odds, he returned to baseball. Not just to play, but to dominate. With the Texas Rangers, Hamilton became one of the most electrifying players in the league. He had MVP performances, all-star appearances, moments that reminded the world what he once was and what he still could be, from addiction to the top of the game. But addiction isn't something that just disappears. Even after success, the battle continues. Hamilton faced relapses, setbacks, moments that showed just how difficult recovery can be, because addiction isn't a one-time fight, it's a lifelong battle.
It was just wrong. That's all it comes down to. I needed to be in a different place. I needed to be responsible at that moment, that day period, and I was not responsible. And so those actions of mine have hurt a lot of people that are very close to me. But as far as baseball and the Rangers, they've shown nothing but support to me, and tell me will continue to support me. And just after this happens, and praying about it, and just I cannot take a break from my recovery. My recovery is Christ. My recovery is an everyday process. because when I take that one day off, it leaves me open for a moment of weakness. And it's always been that way. So for everybody who I have hurt, for everybody who that, fans, kids, people who have addictions, look up to me. I apologize to you. When you're doing this, you don't mean to hurt anybody, but you're only thinking you're hurting yourself. But as I know, it hurts a lot of people.
Josh Hamilton's story reveals something deeper about sports. Fame doesn't protect you. Talent doesn't protect you. Success doesn't protect you. Athletes face pressure, injuries, expectations, and sometimes turn to substance to cope. And when they fall, the spotlight only makes it harder. Josh Hamilton's story isn't just about baseball. It's about struggle, failure, and the fight to come back. Because sometimes the greatest comeback isn't on the field. If you're watching Dark Side of Sports, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for the next episode. And remember, behind every highlight, there's a story you don't see. And as always, I appreciate you for tuning in, and I'll catch you at the next one. It's your boy Dizzle. I'm out. Peace.